It's an honor to be here as you guys' guest speaker. I would like to thank the Rotary Club of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for giving me this opportunity. But first of all, I'd like to, in greetings from Southern University, I'd like to thank Dr. Ray Belton, the Board of Supervisors, and also Dr. Reverend, I shouldn't say doctor, but A.D. Banks, Roman Banks. I guess the program started off something I didn't anticipate. I don't want no flags that early. I know the season have not started, but we definitely going to be disciplined enough to make sure we don't take care of those type of penalties. But just in talking about it, I was wondering, never had this type of, I guess, function that I came to. I just was wondering, I want to be a perfectionist. Everyone does. So I was just wondering, what is they want me to do, what they want me to talk about. They're very private. Don't like to talk about myself or say anything, just like to work behind the scenes. But then to come into the room and see the guests that came out, you're talking about on a Wednesday afternoon, I think it's an honor to be here. So I would like to start off by saying good afternoon to everyone. But starting this here, it was a journey for me when I think about it. I know Brother Warren spoke on some things that I have accomplished, but it doesn't come without having players, not having people in your life. And I start off with my late dad. That's where the foundation started at. When you have a foundation, you can always come back to that foundation and understand what's required of you, what's going to be accepted of you. But that journey started a long time ago, and that's where Corey Wilson came in. I had an opportunity to coach him at McMain High School in New Orleans. And to see him in here was just kind of a shocker. Didn't expect to see that. But he was here. He was here. And he was at the press conference as well. And then I came in the room and I saw, not old, but an old classmate from L.C. Fort Shea. I call him Scuba, but we could Craig Davis. And his daughter that looks identical to him. I do know that I knew that Blaine Grimes was going to be here. He's been trying to help me do everything that when I step foot in Baton Rouge, he's been right in my hip pocket trying to get everything taken care of. And then I had to call the last quarterback that gave me a championship at Southern University, Quincy Richard. And just seeing guys that I know here, Ty Sterling, Howard White, it always brings joy because I pride myself on being able to turn back to a place you once worked for. Now you know your worth. It's not in vain. But just to tell a little bit about myself, I did grow up in the city of New Orleans, Louisiana, graduated from L.C. Fort Shea. I had the opportunity to play college ball. I should say I was blessed to play college football under the legendary Eddie Robinson. I think that's an honor to have that opportunity. Then I went on to play out, they say professional, but I played in Canada. I wasn't as fortunate as Craig Davis, but I did get an opportunity to play arena ball, Canadian football. And I thought that was a blessing because it showed me something else. Everyone, I used to tell my players when Quincy was playing that the Lord didn't bless me to earn $1 million, but he blessed me to do 1 million things. So I take that 1 million things because I can continue on with those 1 million things. That's never going to run out. At any cost, it's going to get more, become more. After playing football, I didn't want to be around football. Got injured, kept getting injured, and I didn't know what to do, didn't want to talk to anyone. Craig can probably relate to that. Got a chance to come back home from Canada, didn't know what to do. Probably work, didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. So, something just came to me. If I cannot get to the NFL, why not help someone else? So that's when I became a high school football coach. And that probably was the best thing that ever happened to me because then I knew my purpose. I knew what I needed to do and what I had to do. From there, I had the opportunity. Coach Richardson did not know me, another legend that I had the opportunity to work for and work with. Coach Richardson, he gave me an opportunity to come to Southern University. Little did he know that I tried to bring my nephew to Southern University, but I never had an opportunity to talk to him. But that didn't stop me from coming here. Came here and I lasted here 14 years. And everyone was saying that you're going to get stuck. There's no way you're going to ever be able to move your career. I like my steps to be ordered. I don't follow in my own footsteps. I let someone guide me and lead me where I need to go at. And it just wasn't time. But then that time came, and I think a lot of folks from Southern University didn't think that I was leaving after 14 years. I know they didn't, because I didn't think that I was going to leave. It was very, very difficult to leave. But got that opportunity to go to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And that's when things started changing. I had a different vision. Became the offensive coordinator, quarterback coach there. Had opportunity to win a championship, something that they haven't done since 1956. So I thought that was a huge accomplishment. Stayed there for 3 years and had a chance. It kind of took me 17 years to get back to the place where I once played football at, Grambling State University. Had opportunity to coach there for 4 years and had the opportunity to win 2 championships as well as 1 national championship. But the thing about that, then things started coming. I had the opportunity to be the assistant coach of the year. That never happened. Didn't foresee that. I just like to just continue to work. But then things started opening up for me. And after 21 years of being an assistant coach in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, I got a call from Prairie View A&M University to be the head coach. I didn't believe it. It was kind of not real to me, but I do know that things going to happen. Just stay obedient. Just continue to do the things that you set out to do. Had the opportunity to go there. Always was fearful to go there because you guys that follow the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Prairie View wasn't a winner. They wasn't accustomed to winning, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and damage my career, but I had to trust. I had to have that trust, and I went there, and we were able to accomplish some things. Got to the SWAC championship. I don't like to mention that because I don't believe in getting there and don't win it. But that happened, and I just say one word, I'll be back. I just didn't know how, but I'll be back. Then that journey comes up to right here, being named the 20th head coach of Southern University. It kind of brought tears to my eyes when the job was offered to me, because every time I would come home, at that time my dad was living. Every time I would come home, it didn't matter who was around. He'd tell me, you're gonna be the next head coach at Southern University. I'd say, keep quiet, Dad, you can't say that out loud. I'm the head coach at Prairie View. They don't want to hear that. I can't say that. But it didn't matter. Someone can call him on the phone, someone can come by him, it doesn't matter. He's gonna say it out loud. And when that happened, that just really brought tears to my eyes. He wasn't here to see it, but I know he's looking down on it. So that brought me up into this point, being the 20th head coach of Southern University, which comes with a high price. I do understand that. I did hear the Bayou Classic. I did hear after the Bayou Classic, SWAC championships. I'm accustomed to that. I do understand that. But let me tell you about Eric Dooley expectation to win them all. It don't matter who we play. Now, we're in camp right now for summer school. Got maybe 106 guys that are training right now. I do know I have some Tigers in the room, but we'll see you guys on September the 10th. It should be a good occasion. Should be the best thing that ever happened in Baton Rouge, because I do recall in 2003 that we shared a parade with LSU, and I thought that's probably the best thing that I ever seen, a celebration for a championship. It didn't matter what color, blue and gold, purple and gold, it didn't matter. The fans just was out there to celebrate both teams. And I thought that was something to remember. And I still have that tape that occasionally I go back and take a look at. But we're working hard right now. We understand the things that we need to do. The team is there. My most important thing is to the academic side of it. You know, you can do everything you want. And I was told a long time ago, you're going to be a former football player longer than you're going to be a football player. So that being said, academics is very, very important. You probably say, well, Coach, how you talking about academics? Because you got to be able to cross that stage and make yourself more marketable. We just want to build quality young men to be successful. And in that avenue, we have opportunity to make sure that we can give them something that no one can take away from them. So we're a football term. We are grinding. We're getting prepared. We're not just getting prepared for September the 10th. we're getting prepared for September the 3rd because it's going to be an exciting season. I'm excited about being here, but it comes with some things that you know you have to take care of. They're not accustomed to losing, regardless of what took place. Has nothing to do with it. I'm elated to be their 20th head football coach, and I'm prepared. I thought that the Lord was preparing me for a time such as this, and now this time has arrived, and I'm ready to move forward. Got a lot of support. I didn't even think Craig Davis would be here. He just always show up unexpectedly, but it's always a smile to see things like that happen, to know that you do have friends and they want to support you in many ways. I will say this here, and he know it better than anyone, I'm not much of a talker, but I can get on the football field and talk a whole lot. But right now, I just wanted to kind of bring you guys up to speed to what we're doing at Southern University. We're doing a lot of things. We've got a lot of events that's taking place. We're also going to have something that's going to take place for the ladies, that we're going to coach a little football to the females coming up real soon. So it's an exciting time here at Southern University. Our fans are excited, and it should be. I'm not going to sit here and brag, but we're going to be prepared. We're going to play some exciting football. It's going to be a show to come and see, and I think everyone should come and take a visit. I know a lot of you guys have not been on the bluff to a game. I invite you to come to a game. I guarantee you it would be a great experience for you. It's all about football. We understand how individuals in South Louisiana love football. We understand that's a different side, but I do want to invite you to the bluff so that you can enjoy some Southern University football and hear the best band in the land. And also, then you have a chance to watch the Dancing Dogs dance. That's all I have. Again, it's an honor to be here with you guys, to share this here. Didn't know what to expect, but you prepare yourself and you just go with it regardless of what the situation may be. I feel that I'm a people's person, so I can talk and get along with anyone. But I think my comfort zone is on the football field. And I do understand that. You got to understand your lane and stay in your lane. And you got to surround yourself with people that's going to help you other spots. I'm not at all, and not want to put it out there, I'm not a golfer, but I am going to have a golf tournament coming up on July 7th. So some of you guys that think you can swing, whatever, come out. I did take it upon myself to start playing golf because one of my coaches challenged me. I love a challenge, and I don't think he's going to beat me. I don't care how long he's been playing. So I accept that challenge. And the last time I played golf was with Craig Davis. It was kind of hitting the ball everywhere, but it was a fun occasion. But we will have that coming up July 7th at Santa Maria, thanks to Corey Wilson giving me the opportunity to have the tournament out there. So that being said, you guys have any questions, concerns, I'm definitely here. She was right in my face if I'm.
Has the NIL affected your team mix or your team?
It doesn't, because I don't involve myself in that, because I think that's something different. What I can promise to you, education and some sound coaching and to build quality young men to be successful. When you start getting into that realm of things, it can open up a lot of things. I think what God has for you, it is for you. It's going to come regardless. So NIL must be a popular question, but I'm sure at some point it's going to come. But I try to stay within the confines of the rules. It's not my job to go out and solicit that. Of course, you want players because they come from different backgrounds. They have certain needs. So that's going to come about. And I do think I have some players that are excited enough that that's going to happen.
What style of offense are you going to be coaching?
I tell you what, we're going to play basketball on the football field. Up and down. No huddle, fast pace.
Coach, how are y'all dealing with the transfer portal? You spend all your time on these recruiting trips, you and your assistants bringing in the best players that you can, they come to the team, and then they leave. Has that been an issue, or how do y'all deal with that?
That is an issue, because you have to first recruit your players. all over again because you know it's going to happen. And it's unfortunate because I think sometimes you just got to stay focused and understand why you came here from the beginning, and now you don't have to go to another place. But that's the new world right now that we're living in. So you got to address it in all assets. So what I do is we make sure that we stay connected to our players. We understand that if they are going to do something, they're not going to tell you. It's going to happen. So we coach against that. We recruit against that. We have to stay ready to bring someone in. To me, it's just free agency now in college football.
Coach, first of all, welcome and congratulations on the new award, or
Thank you.
the new position. Deion Sanders has brought a lot of attention to the HBCU and the SWAC in particular. What impact do you think his presence has had on your team and your ability to function in such a big spotlight?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
No impact on my team.
All right.
I'm going to coach Southern University, and I'm going to get what's needed for there. Him being in this conference, it's been here. It's been like that. It's just now getting more publicized. And it's okay that he has a platform, but the platform been here. Now it's just a new day and time. But as far as the effect of my team, I'll control it.
Did you bring any players or coaches with you from Prairie View?
Pretty much the whole staff. Pretty much so. And I was fortunate enough to get 2 players to come with me from Prairie View. Actually, that's from Louisiana. One from Scotlandville and one from St. James. Mind you, one was probably one of the best players in the conference. So I'm happy that he did decide to come closer to home.
So, Coach, first of all, I apologize for not making it to the NFL. I know that was your goal when you came to start coaching high school, and so I apologize for that. But I do want to just share, the lessons that you taught me at the age of 17, 18 years old, or the lessons I use today in running one of the largest organizations here in the parish. So I just want to thank you for those life skills. My question was similar to State Representative's question. You have any names that we should be listening out for or looking out for in terms of special players you think maybe we can get a heads up on before the national media does?
Absolutely, absolutely. I like the young man Gerard Sims, and I was fortunate enough he was here already. Running back that I think a young man is doing a great job. He's not too far from where Quincy Richard grew up at, but he's doing a fantastic job. Do have a guy by the name of Dallas Black that played at McMain also as well. He's doing a phenomenal job. I look for some big things from him. But we brought in a receiver, August Pete, and I think this guy could probably be one of the best receivers in our conference. He has that type of ability. The thing that's really, really good about him, he already has his degree, and he's going to be in law school. You're talking about now excelling at everything that you want to do. So he's one of the guys. And then we got a guy over on defense, one that transferred with me, Jason Dumas. That's probably one of the best defensive linemen in our conference right now from St. James. So you can definitely going to hear his name. And then a kid that transferred from Troy State, Terrence Dunlap. I think he's a Sunday player. So we got some guys that, without giving all the secrets out, we got some guys that's going to come and play, and I think you guys will know who they are.
Coach, thank you again for coming to be with us today, and welcome. Welcome to our club, and welcome to Baton Rouge. Welcome back, I should say. You talked earlier about having the privilege of playing at Grambling under one of the great coaches of all time, Coach Eddie Robinson, and then having a chance to come and coach with Coach Pete Richardson. I mean, two of the really icons and great coaches in the history of our sport, not just the historically black colleges and universities. Tell us a little bit about what kind of influences each of them kind of instilled in you that you carry with you today.
Well, you find yourself doing some of the same things that they were doing, especially as a player. You're going to kind of like do what your head coach instilled in you. And a lot of that did come out of me being around Coach Robinson. He had a lot of sayings, and when you get with your when you get with your teammates, a lot of them talk how he talked. So it's a lot of laughing going on, but you know, just the value of going to church, because he only promised two things when you came to your home, that you were going to go to church and you was going to graduate. Never said the NFL. Those were the only two things that he promised. And I think he built the foundation. He taught us whether we had a home game or not, you were going to get on that bus in a suit. And today, that holds true with some of the things that I'm trying to do. And I couldn't thank Coach Richardson enough. Everything that you know, it's never two people that are alike. But I tried to pattern a lot of things that he did. Even when I was at Prairie View and other places, I would come down and still have lunch with him before the season start. I thought that was my energizer that gave me some of the things, because they know Coach Richardson. He's going to tell it like it is. So it's always good to be around that type of company. But I thought I was fortunate enough, because that just doesn't happen, and you don't think about those things coming your way, but it did, and I thank God for that.
Coach, so do you have a quarterback that's going to be among the best of all of them, or all of them are still working their way through it?
Nah, he'll be the best. I believe being confident and positive, he'll be that guy.
So we won't see him in the first quarter and out of the second quarter?
I don't know how you would probably see it from the stands, but me, he's going to play 60 minutes. For me, he'll play 60 minutes.
Shard took my question. I wanted to know about your mentors as coach besides Rob and Pete.
Okay. You know, and also I can say I had the opportunity to work with Coach Coleman. Guy played 16 years in the National Football League, and a lot of things he taught me just from a different perspective. So I believe in learning is every day, because you can learn what to do and what not to do. So learning is always going to take place. But I was fortunate enough to learn up under him for 3 years, and even with Coach Fobbs, who was a guy that was younger than I was, and he was the head coach, but I believe in submitting to authority. It didn't matter the age. He was the head coach. I needed to do what he wanted me to do. And I think when you do things like that, when you get that opportunity, the same respect you're going to get as well. But I learned a lot. It'll take some time for you to tell you what I learned from Eddie Robinson and Pete Richardson. We'll be up here all night, probably be the next meeting, but it's worth it. I'll be honest with you. It's worth it. Things that I'll never forget, things that was not written down. It just come to my mind.
Coach, I would like to take the opportunity.
You can't call me coach, though.
All right, Eric. I would like to take the opportunity to let this room know what type of individual that we're getting. Eric had the opportunity to bring, we're from this place called Hollygrove, right? We grew up right around the corner from each other. He's always had a high integral purpose, right? We're 16 walking back and forth to school, he would be talking about good credit, right? But he took the opportunity to invite us all up to Prairie View, the whole neighborhood, right? And a couple of us got sideline passes. And I'm the kind of guy that kind of stay out the way, stay in the background. And right before kickoff, believe it or not, a little bit. Right before kickoff, I was standing on the side, in the back, out the way, and he turned and we glanced at each other. And it was a magnetic movement, right? We just hugged and embraced. So I think I was at the recruiting weekend a couple months ago, or whatever it was, and my nephew I was trying to get him to come to Southern. And he said, Scoob, I don't know if you know, but I cried in that moment. I said, Eric, I cried too, because I was proud of you. And today, I'm equally as proud for you to come home.
Absolutely.
I'm moved, emotional. I love you, brother.
Love you, man. That's why you don't invite friends. I shouldn't invite Quincy. I didn't know Corey was gonna come, because you want to tell guys you don't cry, but you really do cry.
I'd just like to add, shameless shameless plug, and you can talk to Blaine Grimes, but I do know, because I know someone who works there, that the golf tournament has not sold out, and that they are raising money for kids to have suits when they get on the bus. And so whether or not you play or not, I know they're still looking for some sponsorships for that.
This wasn't a tough session.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys once again.